The Algerian Prime Minister told me on Saturday afternoon that the Algerian military had completed their offensive and that the terrorist incident was over. Since then, Algerian forces have undertaken a further operation to clear the site of potential explosives and booby traps. This is still being completed, and it will allow our embassy-led team to access the site. It is important to put on record the scale of what happened. There is still some uncertainty around the precise facts, but we believe that in total there were some 800 employees working at the In Amenas site at the time of the attack, about 135 of whom were foreign nationals. Over 40 were taken hostage, at least 12 were killed, with at least a further 20 unaccounted for and feared dead. The Algerian Prime Minister has recently said today that he believes 37 foreign hostages were killed. The number of terrorists was over 30. Most were killed during the incident, but a small number are in Algerian custody. Our immediate priorities have been the safety of the British nationals involved, the evacuation of the wounded and freed hostages, and the repatriation of those who've tragically been killed. Working closely with BP and side by side with our US, Japanese and Norwegian partners, a swift international evacuation effort has been completed. The last British flights out on Saturday night brought not only the remaining freed Britons, but also Germans, Americans, New Zealanders, Croats, Romanians and Portuguese. As of yesterday, all 22 British nationals caught up in the attack, who either escaped or were freed, had been safely returned to Britain to be debriefed by the police and, of course, reunited with their families. Now, our most vital work is bringing home those who died. An international team of British, American and Norwegian experts is in close cooperation with the Algerian Ministry of Justice, undertaking the task of formally identifying their bodies. We want this process to happen as swiftly as possible, but it will involve some intensive forensic and policing work, and so may take some time. Mr. Speaker, throughout the last 5 days, the British Ambassador to Algeria and staff from across government and beyond have been working around the clock to support British citizens and their families, and I'm sure the House would like to join me in thanking them for their efforts. We should also recognise all that the Algerians have done to confront this dreadful attack. I'm sure the House will understand the challenges that Algeria faced in dealing with over 30 terrorists bent on killing innocent people in a large and extremely remote and dangerous industrial complex. This would have been a most demanding task for security forces anywhere in the world, and we should acknowledge the resolve shown by the Algerians in undertaking it. Above all, the responsibility for these deaths lies squarely with the terrorists.